Hey guys, and welcome back to another one, and I hope you are all okay on that side of the screen. Now today we are going to take a quick look at the Acer Aspire Switch 10, and with no further ado, let's go for it. So here we are with the Acer Aspire Switch 10, and this particular model features the Intel quad-core CPU 3735F, 2GB of DDR3 Ram, 64GB of eMMC flash storage, plus 500GB on a mechanical hard drive, all in a 10.1-inch IPS display with a maximum resolution of 1280 by 800, which gives us a total of 150 ppi. Now, in terms of unboxing experience, have in mind that this is a sample unit for testing, so in case you get one, yours will be much more organized. Now, nonetheless, on the top we will find the Acer Switch 10, as we can see on screen, also the usual documentation, and finally a power adapter, which in this particular case is for European Union. Taking a closer look, on the left hand side we will find the power jack, micro HDMI, micro USB, micro SD slot, and finally a built-in microphone, while on the right hand side we will find a full-size USB 2.0 port, the Windows home button, a volume rocker, a power button, and finally a headphone jack. So on the exterior we will find a nice layer of brushed aluminum that will not leave our fingerprints on it, and of course that Acer logo, and the keyboard is made of a silver plastic that actually feels really nice on the hands and features 3 rubber feet that will help to get more grip. Now the keyboard itself has a chiclet design with a nice travel on the keys, which makes typing easy, and in terms of the trackpad, it is, as we can see on the screen, very sensitive with a really nice response on gestures. And by the way, this is the Switch model, so you can use it as a notebook to get some work done, as a tablet horizontally or vertically depending on your preferences, on display mode that might be useful, for example, to follow some cooking recipes, and on tent mode to watch some content. But of course, you can use it in any other way that you might find useful to you. And in terms of storage, as I mentioned before, it comes with 64GB of eMMC flash storage and 500GB on a mechanical hard drive. And I would like to point out that the mechanical hard drive is on the keyboard dock, so if you use it as a tablet, you will only have access to the eMMC flash storage. And by the way, in terms of access speeds, we are getting on the eMMC roughly 140 megabits on reads and 85 megabits on writes. And on the mechanical hard drive, roughly 37 megabits per second on reads and 35 megabits per second on writes. And as usual, I also tested out on Geekbench 3, and we got a single core score of 784 and a multi-core score of 2202, which is on line with other machines with the same CPU. And on the Wi-Fi speed test using a Powerline adapter, I was getting 50 megabits of download speed and 20 megabits of upload speed. Which, by the way, the Powerline adapters that I'm using at this moment are the Devolo Powerline adapter kit with gigabit connection and Wi-Fi AC. And if you want to check a full review, it's available on the channel. Just check out the YouTube card on the right top corner of this video. Now, in terms of real-world applications for productivity, I did test out the Office Suite, and by the way, this machine comes with a full license of Office 365 for 1 year, and in terms of feedback is that for tasks like Word, Excel and PowerPoint, this machine is totally capable of handling those tasks. I also tested out Adobe Photoshop, and for basic tasks like creating simple flyers and modifying light templates, we will be just fine. On the other hand, don't expect to work on a complex project with hundreds of layers, because this is not the machine for that. Now, in terms of gaming, don't expect to play full-fledged desktop games, because we can't forget that these machines have the integrated Intel HD graphics. But for mobile games like Asphalt 8 that we can see on screen, the response is just great. And in terms of media playback, I tested out using Kodi as usual. You guys know I don't miss an opportunity, and I did run a couple of tests. So the first test was Big Buck Bunny at 1080p, and the second test was Tears of Steel, also at 1080p. And by the way, all credits due are down below on the video description. Now, in terms of feedback, is that it plays this kind of content just fine and with a great responsiveness even when we rewind or fast forward. I would also like to mention that the files are not on the computer itself, they are located on my NAS and being transferred across the network. And also that the remote that you are seeing on screen does not come included with this machine. It also features a front-facing camera that records pictures and video in full HD resolution. But instead of talking about it, let's check out a sample. Hey guys, so just a small video to test out the image quality of the front-face camera along with the audio. So you are going to be the judge of it, and also I will post a picture or two over here so that you can see the image quality. Lastly, I tested out the micro HDMI connection to extend the desktop to a TV or a second monitor, and in my opinion this is particularly useful on one hand for productivity, that you can make use of a larger screen to work better, and on the other hand for multimedia consumption in case you want to watch some movies on a TV. Now in terms of feedback, I didn't feel any noticeable performance decrease while using two displays at the same time, and just to stretch a bit more I went ahead and used Kodi in one of the screens and on the other screen a YouTube video, and everything played just fine. And as a last note, I would like to mention that in terms of battery life, I got roughly 5 hours of normal usage, and when I mean normal usage, I mean a little bit of everything that we saw on this review. So in conclusion guys, things that I did like the most were the overall design of the Acer Aspire Switch 10, nice experience on the keyboard and on the trackpad, the overall performance for this type of machine, the display quality, and finally being able to connect to a second display. On the other hand, things that I did like the less, the image quality from the front facing camera and also the audio recorded with the same camera, it was totally out of sync. And that is it regarding the overview of the Acer Aspire Switch 10. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget that thumbs up over there. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.